Hey, good afternoon, Gemini, and welcome to your February tarot reading. Welcome to Love and Abundance Tarot. My name is Morty, and I'm excited to have you here and excited to be sharing your February tarot reading with you. I've already laid out the cards for you, Gemini, so I have your spread right here with the energies. Gemini, beautiful zodiac sign. Geminis are very expressive, very clever, quick-witted, quick-minded, very intelligent zodiac sign, very intellectual. You're great at communication. In fact, Gemini, you're found in the third house, and the third house is about communication and knowledge. What you know, your early learning style, your siblings, neighbors, your routine, journeys, and your environment. And Gemini, you are ruled by the planet of Mercury. Mercury, of course, is all about communication. Geminis can be fantastic communicators. Okay, Gemini, I have your tarot reading done here. I want to begin your reading. I was flipping through my Change Me Prayers book, just allowing energy to direct me, and I turned to a prayer that is fitting for your particular reading today. So I just want to take a minute and share this with you. The name of this prayer is called Acceptance. It says, "Change me, divine beloved, into one who willingly embraces what you send, the easy and the hard, as if it had come from my own heart. And let me trust that even the most unfathomable mysteries will be revealed over time. Change me into one who can trust what's unfolding. I am yours, you are mine, we are one, all is well." Okay, so Gemini, looking here at your tarot reading, there's definitely something unfolding for you here in your world. The first thing that I did is I pulled an affirmation card for you to take you into your tarot reading. The affirmation card that came out for your reading, turns out it's going to be a love reading for you, Gemini, was the love affirmation. It says, "Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me." So let's just take just a moment, and I want to read real quickly from the guidebook so that we can really wrap our minds around this affirmation for you, Gemini, so that you have a good sense and understanding of what it means to you in your life. So let me share this with you. Okay, Gemini. This is a very powerful love spell, empowered by Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love. Call on her with this magical spell, and she will aid you in your quest to be cherished and nourished by love. You can further empower the magic of the spell by thanking Aphrodite for her help, and by smiling on lovers everywhere. Be a friend to love, and she will be a friend to you. If the universe sent you this card, know it is now time for you to invest some energy into your love life, into creating more loving energy within your relationships. The universe is assuring you that love can be yours, and that the goddess, Aphrodite, is willing to help you learn how to open your heart and receive more loving relationships into your life. If you have chosen this card, you know you are ready for love. You are willing to open up your beautiful heart and welcome divine love into your life. You are also ready to explore the wonder of opening your heart to another soul. When we cast spells, we never interfere with the free will of another person. So please do not focus your energy on a particular individual. We are preparing ourselves for love and to become more attractive, warm, and bright. We never cast a spell on another person. Always respect free will and work magic with their consent. Okay, so Gemini, with this affirmation, right, for many of you, if this reading is resonating with you, it looks like there is love that's resonating out there ahead of you. And your tarot reading and the energies that came out here they tell the same story. I've done the 9-card spread here, and for the framework, the first 9 cards, I used my Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. And then I've used my Crystal Vision tarot set for clarifiers on your reading. So let's get started here. So showing up here, Gemini, at the very center of your tarot reading today And by the center energy, it represents the strong energy overall throughout your entire reading. And we have, it's considered the Six of Pentacles, which is giving and receiving. So showing up here in the center of your tarot reading, Gemini, it looks like the energy's resonating ahead of you, right? And what we're talking about now is just potential, right? Choices have not been made yet. So we're looking at the potential, and as a tarot reader, I believe that we're all creators, right? And so if we're all creators, why would we not try to create the best possible outcomes for ourselves? So when I'm pulling the cards that come out, they're the energies that are there, part of your story, part of your truth. But the direction that I go is I'm always trying to create the best possible outcome for you based on the energies that we're looking at. So we open your reading with giving and receiving, which takes us to the top line of your tarot reading, where we have observe, right? And I feel like, Gemini, this is representing your energy, so observing it. I feel like what our guides are telling us here in your reading is that, Gemini, you've been observing somebody in your life, probably for quite some time now. And I say that because further in your reading, we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands represents the energy of what feels like it's maybe been a very long journey, right? So Gemini, I feel many of you've been observing somebody in your life for quite some time. I asked for some clarification on that observe energy, and we have two energies here that came out. We have the Hierophant, which is the energy of Taurus, right? So for some of you, you may very well have been observing a Taurus in your life, right? Or somebody who maybe takes on these Taurian type qualities. This is coming in with a higher level of thinking. And then another confirmation that came out here, clarifier, if you will, was the High Priestess card, right? So the High Priestess represents our intuition, right? And I feel like, Gemini, for many of you, this long journey that some of you have been on, I feel like it's been maybe a very intuitive journey. As you're seeking for maybe that higher understanding, right? Maybe you're seeking for that higher level of love in your life. And for some of you, it may very well be with a Taurus. Okay, coming in next to observe, Gemini, we have refusing to see, which is equivalent to the Two of Swords in tarot. So refusing to see, it's kind of interesting. As here in the card, right, the figure he's looking down. This energy can represent a choice, right? Making a decision. Gemini, you could be at a crossroads where you're trying to make a decision based upon the observations that you've been making, right? Observing somebody in your life that you're interested in. Notice right here we have this third eye, right, which is your mind's eye. So that third eye is really standing out to me here in your reading. And further down on the bottom layer, in the same row of that reading, we have the third eye chakra, which represents the energy of your opening up your third eye chakra. It represents the energy of I see, right? Being able to see things. Being able to see things with your mind's eye that you maybe are refusing to see, right? With our ordinary sight. So getting clarification on refusing to see, right? And that can represent that energy of being able to see something in order to make a decision, right? To make it maybe a very important decision in your life. Here we have, as clarifiers, we have the Fool's energy. So I feel like, Gemini, the Fool's energy is coming out, right, to remind you that you could be overthinking, right? Over-analyzing something based on all of this observation. The Fool's energy, this is representing kind of a youthful energy that, the Fool's energy is at the beginning of the journey. Notice she's on the edge of a cliff. It looks like she's going to walk over, but she's not worried about it at all. She's taking that leap of faith, possibly because she's not in that energy of refusing to see anymore, but being able to see with your mind's eye, being able to see and understand intuitively. So we have the Fool's energy, and then coming in again as a clarifier, we have the Page of Wands. So Gemini, I feel like this is representing your energy, and the Page of Wands, It represents that fire type energy. So it could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe a younger energy. But I feel like this is representing you. And what is she doing? Right? She's playing her instrument. She's sitting next to her dragon, right? So she's communicating. And I feel like that's what is being that's what's being directed for you here in your reading today, Gemini, is, whatever this is that you've been observing, right? That maybe you're feeling stuck and unable to see, unable to make a choice. This is about embracing the Fool's energy, right? So letting go of the fears, the worries, the concerns, and reaching out and communicating, right? Communicating with another. Possibly communicating with somebody that you're interested in. This energy that you've been observing for some time. Okay, coming in next, we have the Shine energy, which is a beautiful energy, arguably by some the best energy in the deck, because it's representing the energy of the sun, which is also the energy of Leo, right? So some of you may be interested in a Leo as well. But this Shine card, notice that she's just surrendering completely, right? She's surrendering to the universe. She's opened herself up and she's just allowing herself to be carried. She's allowing the sunlight, right, to come in and brighten her life. Now, what is this sun energy all about for you, Gemini? I pulled a couple of clarifiers. And here we have the Knight of Swords, right? So the Knight of Swords represents that air type quality, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I feel like this Knight of Swords, what he's bringing in many times is bringing in a truth to you, Gemini. And a truth that's coming in, right, regarding lovers. The affirmation taking us into your tarot reading was love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me, right? But we have to be able to see, right? See with our mind's eye and trust our intuition and have the courage to take that leap of faith, right? To reach out, communicate your truth regarding a relationship in your life, attached to the Lover's card, which is representing, Gemini, your energy. So here we see two people connected, right? This is soulmate type energy. This is representing the energy of two people that have so much in common, right? They're just like-minded individuals. It's the kind of couple that literally, that you'll stay up all night talking, just engaged in beautiful discussions. And I know, Gemini, I'm an Aquarius sun, right? So I recognize your energy, that communicating the way you think, that, interest in the mysteries, intelligent conversations, right? So two soulmates, right? Communicating and connecting on that level, coming together in union. What does this union bring you, Gemini? It brings you the energy of the sun, right? So the sun coming out in its brightness. And Gemini, I have to say that I feel like this Shine energy, I feel like it's representing maybe the energy of you, Gemini, as well as the individual that some of you are interested in. Okay, moving down to the middle row, we come to Open Up, which is equivalent to the Four of Pentacles. Opening up. So I asked for some clarification on opening up, because I feel like what opening up is representing here in your reading, Gemini, is you've been observing for some time. So taking those observations, taking that intuition, right, that you've been following for quite some time on this long journey, and actually opening yourself up and communicating, right? Communicating those feelings and those experiences that you've been having. Coming out as a clarifier, we have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is also the energy of the Observe energy as well. The Hanged Man represents that energy of kind of being in limbo, right? We look at the figure, he's hanging suspended by his ankles, right? He's wearing a blindfold, but notice the illumination, right, that's coming around his head. So, Gemini, I feel like your reading is encouraging some of you to do is to, those of you who have been observing this other person, right, you've been collecting information, gaining understanding, gaining that intuitive understanding, right? This is now time for you to step off of the Hanged Man energy, right, and actually communicate. Open yourself up to sharing with this other person, sharing with them what you've been experiencing, what you've been observing, Coming out as a clarifier for this, we have the Seven of Swords, which is, it's a limiting energy. It's attached to the Hanged Man energy, right? So I feel like, well, we already know this has been a long journey, right? So in many ways, this can kind of be repeating a cycle, you know. He's leaning down to pick up these 2 swords while his other 5 swords are flying above his head. He's being taunted with those, right? So stepping into energies that just aren't serving you anymore, right? So staying in this Hanged Man mode for you Geminis, it's 7 of Swords. So it's keeping you stuck in that cycle where now you need to break the cycle and step off of this Hanged Man energy and begin to open yourself up, right? Communicate and speak with this other person. Okay, Gemini. Then, of course, showing up at the center of your tarot reading, we have giving and receiving, which this is a beautiful energy, and I feel like this is showing up at the center of your reading, Gemini, right? Because this is the potential that lies ahead for you, right? Of your ability to be able to observe, right? To recognize this connection, right? For many of you, this love connection, strong energies of love. In connection with a like-minded individual, and stepping into a beautiful time for both of you of giving and receiving. So Gemini, I feel like, you know, for many of you, I don't feel like this is just about you opening up, right, and speaking your truth, but I feel like this maybe represents the energy of both of you. For the other person, for them to be able to hear what you've been feeling and experiencing. And they've been on their own journey, right? Their own intuitive journey. So they've been feeling and experiencing as well. So I feel like this gives you both the opportunity, right, to open yourselves up. And when you do, you're both able to step into a beautiful energy of giving and receiving. It's very balanced. Okay, Gemini, coming in next, we have, I pulled some clarifiers for giving and receiving. We have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, if you look at it, right, she's had a willingness to lie down her swords and to turn her back, right, and to walk the other direction. So I feel like these swords represent setbacks, right, limitations, fears even for some of you, right? This is a willingness to lie down these swords, right, let go of the fears and step into your next opportunity, right? Coming out as a clarifier on this, we have the Nine of Cups, which is a beautiful energy of manifesting all of your hopes and dreams. Fantastic energy. So I feel like Gemini, right, when you're able to open up, when you're able to take on and embrace this Fool's energy, and you're able to begin to communicate, right, what it is you're feeling and what you've been experiencing on this long journey with this other person, that allows you to step into that beautiful energy of giving and receiving, which, what is it about? It's about taking you towards manifesting all of your hopes and dreams. This is about being on track, right? This is a very beautiful, loving, independent energy, which is representing abundance, right? It's an abundance of love. It's just it's a fulfilling, balanced energy. Okay, coming in next to giving and receiving, we have Embrace, which is representative of the World card in tarot. The World card represents the energy of one chapter in your life coming to an ending, getting ready to step into your next chapter, right? And the best way, Gemini, for us to prepare to step into this next chapter, especially if it's a chapter about love, right? Especially if it's a chapter about connecting, maybe connecting with another person, and that is looking back on your previous journey, and looking back on it, not thinking about the swords, not thinking about the pain and the limitations, right? But rather recognizing the beautiful energies that are there. This is also about looking at life and just seeing life through a different set of lenses, if you will, where you have and you feel within you this deep sense of appreciation, right, for connection, for relationships, for family, for children, right, for all the blessings that we have in our life, for the nature that surrounds us, really seeing that, feeling that, and feeling that connection of gratitude, right? Because the best thing that we can do, Gemini, as we're stepping from one chapter into the next chapter, is to step into this new chapter with energies of gratitude. It's these energies of gratitude that open you up to the energy of giving and receiving, right? This equal exchange of back and forth. This is just a beautiful energy, very balanced. So I got some clarification, Gemini, for embrace, right? So stepping from one chapter into your next chapter, we now have the Ten of Pentacles, which this is representing the energy of the next chapter that awaits you. It's a very abundant chapter in your life, right? It could be an abundance of love, an abundance of success, an abundance of achievement, an abundance of recognition, maybe an abundance of friendships. But it's the Ten of Pentacles, so it's kind of all-inclusive abundance, if you will. And then coming out as a clarifier on that, we have the Three of Wands, right? So you're stepping into, you're closing one chapter in life, getting ready to step into your next chapter. And here it is, right in front of you. She's sitting on the side of this hill, and she's looking at the journey that lies ahead in this next chapter. And she takes out a crystal ball and holds it up to the sun because she wants to get a sense of what this journey may look like. So we have two rays that are piercing through this crystal ball, which I feel like for you, Gemini, may represent the energy of yourself and another stepping into this journey together. And again, what is this journey for both of you? It's a very abundant journey. Okay, Gemini, moving down to the bottom row, we have the solar plexus chakra, all right? And this represents the energy of I can, right? So this is, Gemini, this is your ability to recognize and feel within you, based upon all of your observations, right? That you can do this. You have it within you to take these observations, to take these experiences and these feelings, and to be able to communicate those, right, to this other person that you're interested in. I asked for some clarification on the solar plexus chakra. I can. What is it that you can do? And we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? So, Gemini, you may have a Queen of Pentacles, which is representing earth energies, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your life, right? But the one thing about, right, I can is if there's an energy in tarot, right, that supports the I can energy, it'll be found in the Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles is such a talented and diverse energy, so great at multitasking, so great at paying attention to all the details, right? Paying attention. Why? Because you've been observing, right? Paying close attention for quite some time. And then coming out as a clarifier in this, we have the Temperance card, which is representing the energy of Sagittarius. Some of you may have an interest in a Sagittarius. This is a very balanced energy. She has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on dry land. The water represents our emotions, our feelings. The dry land represents our presence here on earth, right? So it's the balance of these energies. I feel like this also represented the energy of patience, right? And it is important to have patience because we have the Ten of Wands here. So this journey, many of you Gemini have been on, it's going to feel like it's been a very long journey. So this is about maybe divine timing in your life. It could be divine timing, Gemini, of the two of you coming together in union. What is it you're attracting in your life? Love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Okay, Gemini, coming in next to the solar plexus chakra, we have the third eye chakra, right? Which is represented the energy of I see, right? Of being able to see and understand things intuitively, right? Because you've been observing, right, intuitively for quite some time. Observing, looking for that higher level of love, right? Observing, taking notes, learning, along the way. This is about, at the top, whatever you've been, possibly for some of you, refusing to see. This is about now opening up your mind's eye, your third eye, and being able to see it, right? And then you have the solar plexus energy representing the energy of I can, giving you the courage that it takes for you to take action, right? To take these steps, to be able to see, and then to be able to communicate with this other person. Okay, I got some clarification for you, Gemini, on the third eye chakra. And what is it that it's showing us? It's the Page of Cups, right? So Page of Cups, this is the thought and the idea, right, of love coming into you. This is a loving relationship, right? But Gemini, we need to be able to see it with our mind's eye, and to trust those intuitive energies. Okay, coming in next, we have Balance, right, which is representing the energy of Temperance, which we saw just a moment ago on the I Can energy. So this is about being patient, right, waiting for divine timing. And here we see two people here, right? I feel like this is about a connection. This is about bringing balance, right, to yourself, Gemini, and to this other individual that you're interested in. Both of you, right, being able to connect yourself with this beautiful sense of balance, bringing the two of you together. I asked for some clarification, right, and we have the Ten of Wands representing what feels like it's been a long journey. Coming out as clarifiers again, we have the Two of Cups, right? So we had the Lover's card, Gemini, earlier in your tarot reading, right? Soulmate connection between two people, right? Same thing right here with two people. Notice they're up to their waist in water. Water represents a lot of emotions and feelings. So I feel like this energy represents two people, right, that are honestly communicating with one another, right? Communicating perhaps about this intuitive journey that you've been on, right? Coming together, sharing feelings, sharing emotions, maybe both of you in some way sharing your story. Because I do kind of feel like, Gemini, there is a story here for you. And then coming in next, we have Heal, which is representing the energy of Aquarius, right? So for some of you, you may have an interest in an Aquarius. But I feel like this healing energy comes up because it's the healing that comes in, Gemini, for yourself and this other person that bring you both, right? Healing energy, right? Maybe both of you the opportunity to heal yourselves after what feels like it's been a long journey. And getting more clarification, we have the Five of Pentacles, which it's a limiting energy, representing the energy of feeling like you've been left out in the cold. So Gemini, I feel like this is kind of a two-way road, that this energy of Five of Pentacles is probably an energy that applies to you in your life, of your experience on this journey. Possibly throughout this journey, there have been times where maybe you felt like you've been left out in the cold, right? As you've been observing from afar. And even for the other person, I feel like they can probably connect with this energy too, of feeling like they've been left out in the cold, right? So this is the energy, Gemini, that both of you have the opportunity to heal yourselves from. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, it's about changes, right? Changes that are coming in. And again, Gemini, this is the potential. So the potential is letting you know there is a connection that's here. You share a strong intuitive connection with another person here. And the potential is, with both of you coming together, it brings about changes, right? It brings about changes, allows you to remove, both of you to remove yourself from this Five of Pentacles energy of feeling like you're left out in the cold, to taking on more of the Four of Swords energy, which is representing the energy of rest and recuperation, right? So both of you being able to come together in union, speak and communicate, share your journeys that you've both been on, allowing you both to kind of take on this healing energy that we also see here in the Four of Swords, taking on the rest and the recuperation that's required many times when we're coming out of this Five of Pentacles energy of feeling like you're left out in the cold. Okay, all right, Gemini, I think I'm done with your tarot reading today. Gemini, you had a beautiful tarot reading, and I wasn't going to go the direction of a love reading, but right out of the gate, what came out automatically was the number one affirmation, which is love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Okay, Gemini, I hope this reading resonated with you. I sure enjoyed sharing it with all of you. I hope that you found your messages that were here for you in this reading, right? That you're able to connect with the intuitive guidance that's being pointed out here in these energies. So if this reading is resonating with you, Gemini, I hope that the messages that are shared here in this reading, that they help you on your path, that they help you on your path of bringing yourself and another person together in union, right? Both of you being able to share your story, both of you being able to share your truth, right? Because I feel like you both have truth to share. Okay, Gemini, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for all the love and the support, the beautiful comments, the likes, subscribes, and shares. If you're interested in a personal reading, I'd love to provide a personal reading for you. Just send me an email at tarotloveandabundance@gmail.com, and I can set that up for you. All the details are in my description on my About page on the channel. So, and I want to thank all of you for the beautiful donations that many of you make towards this channel. Without your donations, this channel would not be possible. These readings would not be possible. So I want to extend my gratitude to all of you for that. Okay, Gemini, thank you so much. Wishing you all the very best in February. Have a great day.